We've looked at how to get input from the console. Now let's look at how we can use dialog boxes to get some input from users. So I'm going to call this project Dialog Boxes, and we'll put a new Java class. Oh, whoops, I don't have the right folder selected. Nothing's selected. That would be bad. So I'm going to really make sure I have dialog boxes selected over on the left. And all right. Then we'll have a name for this class. I'll call it Dialog Box. I'll take a free public static void main string args. Again, remember, you'll be expected to know how to write all that on a test. Some documentation at the top, and we're going to learn how to input data and display data in dialog boxes. It can be a little more stylish than just using the console. Okay, first we're going to show a message dialog box with J option pane, notice the capitalization of certain letters, dot show message dialog. There's several ways we can do this with a number of arguments. We're going to use just two arguments. The first one is going to be null. The second one is going to be a string that tells users the message we want to tell them. Welcome to class. There it is, with an information icon. Null means that there is absolutely nothing there for that argument. We need that because we're not putting this on a total GUI thing. In that first spot would go over which object or control we would center the message dialog. For instance, if we had a label, we would tell it we wanted it over that label. Or if we had a button and we wanted it centered over that button, we'd tell it which one. But we don't have that. So that first argument is going to be null. Notice how we can put another line of dialog here using the new line character, similar to what we saw on the console. All right, I'm going to declare a string variable turtle. And have you noticed at the very top that something brand new appeared? Eclipse added a statement to import javax.swing.jOptionPane. That's part of the swing package. It's okay to leave it up there, but I'm going to move it down so it's right before the class and below the documentation. That's totally up to you. The size of our programs can be very small because we don't take everything Java has. We can import certain things that we need when we need them. Now to get input, it's jOptionPane.showInputDialog. Turtle is going to equal this. So null is the first argument, and then a prompt to tell the users what we want them to input. And once again, we're going to have a string equal jOptionPane.showInputDialog, because jOptionPane.showInputDialog is going to return a string. We're going to ask for the name of their favorite turtle. Let's watch how this happens. There's the message dialog, and here is the input dialog, ready for us to type in the name of our favorite turtle. Notice it has a question mark icon. We'll go with Raphael at first. Once we hit enter, turtle equaled Raphael. We'll display our turtle information with another jOptionPane.showMessage dialog. Ooh, this time it tried to give me 4 arguments. We're not ready for that yet. So I'll go with null for the first argument, and I'll get rid of some of the other ones. It's just Eclipse trying to help us out. This time it wasn't really helping. We only want 2 arguments. And our string here will incorporate a little bit of a prompt plus the actual variable turtle. We'll input our favorite turtle. And there it is. Feel free to try this with different topics besides turtles. The authors of your book suggest using system.exit0 to make sure that we totally close the thread that's running when we're using jOptionPanes. My experience with Eclipse so far is that things seem to work okay if you don't include system.exit, but when you look in your book, the authors will suggest this. You'll see it runs totally the same. We'll go with Donatello this time.